right. All right. I'm back. My name is Shamsu Farid, and this is the Real Talk for Real People study program. A program designed to study the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov, and certainly study the chosen people of Yah and the enemies of the Most High, well, certainly the enemies of the Most High chosen people. But before we get started, I'd like to introduce the Sanya who I'll bring on shortly. The administrator, not Esau, simply my wife in Hebrew, of the show, a daughter of Zion, as all of you daughters of Zion should be doing something constructive and positive while gathering ourselves together. Brother Cottrell, on the other hand, a fellow elder, Sonia and I, personal friend, our brother, your brother, and I mentioned fellow elder. Brother Cottrell and I, we are here to present these study series. Praise the Most High. But before I introduce Lasagna and Brother Cottrell, I simply like to make some remarks on contemporary matters. As you can see, Mississippi is the fourth state to send troops, National Guard, up to D.C. Now that goes without saying, and I'm not surprised in the least bit, because D.C. is predominantly occupied by our people, so I'm not surprised. Because everything in these United States of America, every aspect of our lives, has been inundated, controlled, and regulated by the enemies of Yah, simply Babylon. Not only in these United States of America, France, Britain, Belgium, you name it, I call it. They're part of the axis of the Roman Empire. France was part of Rome. Spain was part of Rome. Belgium was part of Rome. Britain was part of Rome, and so on and so forth. So it goes without saying, certainly in D.C., where our people hail. But I don't simply want to put the onus on this last captivity, because we as the people bear some responsibility. And that's why I quite mention quite often about gathering oneself together. Simply gathering oneself together for the sake of gathering oneself together is not sufficient. Not to gather oneself to look at each other, argue, cuss, fight, and sometimes kill. No, that's not the kind of gathering I'm making reference to. Gathering oneself together as the Most High has indicated. And while gathering oneself together, simply learning to do good. Do good by our widows, our orphans, and ourselves. And if you can't understand that, I don't know what to say about you. Because as I mentioned, and I mention this quite often, a lot of us has awoken the same mind frame as our ancient ones, looking for another Israelite to mistreat, abuse, and dominate, and sometimes kill. It seems that if we had learned anything from our ancients, and simply waking up to wake up to do the same thing our ancients did is not sufficient. But waking up, more than waking up in the physical, mental, and spiritual sense of the word. And see, the only way you can truly wake is to inundate yourself with the word of the Most High. But our ancient was negligent in that part. That's the only way you can truly wake up. If you don't over immerse yourself in the studies of the Most High, you still simply says walking dead. As our ancient were walking dead. You must truly wake in every sense of the word. and it's reflective upon your work, not to sit up debating, arguing, fussing, fighting, name calling, belittling, insulting our women, our men, our elders, and anyone else you can put your tongues on. Waking up, truly waking up, is reflective of your character. And we need to wake up, and we need to truly wake up in every aspect of our lives, in relationship to Yah, in relationship to one another. Praise Yah and bless his holy name. So without further ado, as I promised, I will introduce to you to my lovely Isha, simply in Hebrew, my wife. Lasagna, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Yamsu. Shalom, shalom, family. All praises to the Holy One of Israel. Man, I'm happy to be back. Glad to be back. Hope everybody had a safe weekend. All praises.
Thank you, Lasagna. We pray that you have had a safe weekend also. Matter of fact, I know you did. Praise the Most High. Brother Cottrell, may the Most High bless you, brother. Your mic is hot.
Thank you, Brother Yamsu Ari. And may the Most High bless you as well. In addition to my sister, Sanya. Praise Yah and bless Yah, O my soul, and all that's within me. Bless his holy name. Give it all honor and praise to the Holy One of Yisrael, the Elohim of our fathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yisrael. Giving him thanks and praise for all things and everything. It's good to be back. Good to hear your voices. Praise Yah. How y'all doing?
We're doing okay, brother. And it's good to hear your voice also.
Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Well, fellow students, if the son is ready to proceed, Brother Carter has proceeded to the studies, I'm ready to proceed. Nasanya, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, I am.
Thank you, Nasanya. Brother Carter, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Brother Carter. We will start up the studies tonight again in the book of Tehillim. That is the actual word for this book, not the Greco-Roman word Psalms. Tehillim. And chapter 76, the majesty of Yah in judgment. Brother Contrary will conclude the studies tonight in a very short chapter. Our women have procedures and rituals, laws and protocol and procedure after childbirth. And Vayikra, that is the actual Hebrew word for this book, not the Greco-Roman word Leviticus, chapter 12, the ritual after childbirth. There's protocol and procedures for the daughters of Zion in that regard. So let's get started. Chapter 76 of this song, Tehillim, is written by Asaph. And it was written on a string instrument. You know, we had Jimi Hendrix before we had Jimi Hendrix. And it was written on for this song, the accompaniment of string instruments. Stanza 1. It should be. In Yehuda, Yah is known, or should have been known. His name is great in Israel, the whole land sake. And Yehuda is a region of the tribe of Yehuda, not the whole landmass. But it speaks in that first stanza, that landmass, Yehuda, and the landmass of the tribe of Yehuda. But it speaks broadly in the whole landmass, the whole nation. The name is great in Israel, or should have been. And it speaks in reference of Salem. And Salem is often identified with Jerusalem. And why it's identified in this regard? Also in its tabernacle, which is situated in Jerusalem. And in his dwelling place in Zion. Stanza 3. There he broke the arrows of the bow, the shield and sword of battle. And I want you to meditate on these first three stanzas. And that's why it says Sheila. Meditate on what I just read. Yah is the military might. Yah should have been known in Yehuda, the landmass of the tribe of Yehuda, and his name should have been great in the whole of Israel. And in Salem also, which is identified with Jerusalem and his tabernacle, and his dwelling place in Mount Zion. There he broke the arrows of the bow, the arrows of their military might, the shield and sword of defense, their defenses. Stanza 4. Speaking of reference to Yah, you are more glorious and excellent than the mountains of prey. They are like mountains of prey, aren't they? Not only in historical times, powers, and in these contemporary time, powers, mountains of prey. Stanza 5. The stout-hearted, the courageous, were plundered by Yah. They have sunk into their sleep. So it appeared in our ancient history. And so it would appear in our contemporary history. They're sunk in their sleep. Not only our enemies, some of us are sleeping right along with them. And none of the mighty men have found the use of that. They don't know what to do with their hands, their military might. The mighty men of that time, that juncture in our history, and certainly will be applicable to the mighty men in this juncture in our time and our history. Not only us, but the enemies of the Most High too. They don't know what to do with their hands. As I quite mentioned this often, our enemies are a violent people. They love to fight. They love to fight each other. They don't mind fighting us. They'll stop fighting each other to put their hands on us. They really don't know what to do with their hands. It says 6. At your rebuke, O Yakub, both the chariot and the horse were cast into a deep sleep. Their military prowess were cast in ancient times in a deep sleep. And certainly it would appear to be that way today in this contemporary time. They just fight anybody. They fight themselves. They certainly fight us. Stanza 7. You yourself are to be feared. That should be acknowledged. That's what the reference and the focus should be on. The writer writes, you yourself are to be feared. And who may stand in your presence? Nobody can stand before the Most High. When once you are angry, no one can stand before the Most High in his presence when he's angry. And it's dead on that. Brother Contrary always allude to the fact what our ancient would call to Mount Zion when Moses was getting the tabernacle. And they were kind of feeling beside themselves. They were kind of feeling testy. They were jealous of Moses, the prophet. And they said, why are you talking to you? You know how we talk. You can't even talk. I don't know why he talking to you. Y'all talking to you for you can't even talk. You can't Now we mellow, we ugly like that. Even in these contemporary times. And I said that to say this. Moses said, okay. Y'all come on up here and talk to y'all. Don't get close to the mountain. Come on, let's rap. And y'all were just talking to our nation. They can handle that. Imagine them handling the Most High when he was angry. And they were just talking. They said, to the tents, we don't want to rap. We don't want to talk to y'all. Moses, you handle that. We've been head to the tents. Imagine just speaking to y'all. And y'all's not angry. And when y'all's angry, no one can stand before the presence of the Elohim. It's just that simple. It says in stanza 8, you cause judgment to be heard from heaven. Yes, Yah will project judgment and that joy will be heard from heaven. The earth feared and was still, certainly in our regard. Stanza 9. When Yah arose to judgment. Yes, he arose to judgment on us. That's why we're universally captured. But it's not the end. It was casting us out of our land because being stiff-necked and stubborn. And it would apply and applicable today because some of us are still stiff-necked and stubborn. If you don't know what that means, having a stiff neck is like this. It's immovable. You can't move your neck when it's stiff. And you're stubborn right along with it. Our ancients, and certainly some of our contemporary brothers and sisters, still stiff-necked. And so Yah arose to scatter us universally. Yes, that's why you find us all over the universe. In these United States of America, in Spain, and France, and Italy, and Breton, and Belgium, even in some of the colder regions of this land, Switzerland, so on and so forth. Because Yah arose to judgment. Because we turned our back on Yah, we cast his word behind him, and thus we are in the mercy of our enemies. They are the enemies of Yah also. And in reference to this, Yah arose to judgment, to deliver all the oppressed of earth. And Yah is making reference to that final judgment, where he will rise to judgment, quite prophetically, the writer writes, to deliver all the oppressed of the earth. And the writer writes, Shelah, mean meditate on what I just written in this song. You cause judgment to be heard from the earth, and you will, because you certainly judge us. That's why you're universally captured. The earth feared and was still. It will be when Yah arose to judgment, quite prophetically, to deliver all the oppressed of the earth. Yah not only deliver us, but he will deliver all the oppressed of the earth. And truth be told, we're scattered everywhere. And we are oppressed all over of the earth, speaking in reference to us specifically. Stanza 10. Surely the wrath of man shall praise you. Surely human beings shall praise you, Yah, with their angry selves. Surely the wrath of these angry humans shall praise you. With the remainder of wrath, with your remainder of wrath, Yah, righteous indignation, you shall gird yourself. Simply, you will encircle yourself with your righteous indignation. It speaks in reference to us humans, the writer says, Stanza 11. Make vows to Yah, your Elohim. And if you're going to make them, you better keep them and pay them. If you're going to make some vows to Yah, make those vows. I'm not negating that, but you best beware. You better keep those vows. Because Yah is nothing to trifle with. He's letting you know how serious Yah is. And he says that all who are around him bring presents. And say, when you come to Yah, you better bring some presents. To him who ought be feared. Not your local government, not your national government, not your prime minister, not your so-called president, and so on and so forth. But you should lean and fear the Most High and the Most High only. To him who ought be feared. The last stanza in this song. Yah shall undermine all these leaders of this universe. He should cut off the spirit of princes, the spirit of leadership. That's why some of y'all are led by a pack of fools, truth be told. He should cut off the spirit of princesses, of leadership. He is awesome to the kings of the earth. A lot of them are simply not aware of that in any sense of the word, nor are they simply inclined to believe that, because they believe that they are something special. Simply to say, I'm a king, does not necessitate the fact that you are a king. And simply to say that you're princess or have leadership does not necessitate the fact that you have real leadership. And he is awesome, and he shall be. In time past, and in our ancient captivities, and certainly in this universal captivity. He is awesome to the kings and leaders of the earth. As I mentioned, in our ancient times, and certainly he should show forth this in judgment in our contemporary times. Praise the Most High and bless his holy name. So without further ado, let me ask my lovely Isha Nasanya, any comments on the commentaries?
Thank you, Yamsu. No, not today. Not at this moment. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nasanya. Brother Katra, any comments or commentaries?
All praise to the Most High, Elohim of our fathers. Thank you, Brother Yamsu. Verse 9 caught my eye. It says, when Yah rose to judgment to save all the meek or the oppressed of the earth. I know you talk a lot about social engineering, but we at war. It's not that our enemies will fight us. Our enemies are fighting us mentally, spiritually, and physically. We just don't know it.
Amen, brother.
We just don't know.
Amen, Cottrell.
However, Yah knows our condition. He knows that we're being oppressed by our enemies. And what he say he's going to do for the oppressed of the earth? He said, Yah will save them. So the social engineering condition that we face, Yah going to alleviate us of this condition. Because what did he say? He's going to save all the oppressed of the earth. That's Yah's mercy. Verse 11 caught me as well. Vow and pay unto Yah, your Elohim. So when you vow, you're showing your alliance to the Most High. And if you don't vow, that means you really like on the fence about pledging your allegiance to the Most High. As elders of the nation of Israel, we have vowed to Yah. We made our pledge to the Most High, and we're trying to keep it. It said, let all that be round about him bring presents to him that ought to be feared. Yeah, because he gave us the gift of life. He definitely deserves something back. Our love, our dedication, our devotion, and the gifts that he gives us, we need to give back to him the best of what he gave us. Praise Yah and bless his holy name.
Great points, Brother Cottrell. Great points. And I like the point, Brother Cottrell, the fact you made about the social engineering and our conditioning. And certainly that is the case universally, where we're scattered about. And a lot of brothers and sisters think just because you stop marching in these civil rights so-called, I don't know how civil it was, never been civil to us in the least bit. But since you stopped marching in these civil rights marches and protesting and saying your lives matter, they know that it matter. It just doesn't matter to them. You can see by virtue of them sending troops to Washington, D.C. And certainly hadn't anything stopped for us the violence, the oppression toward us in any aspect or component of our life. You name it, I'll call it. Education, housing, food, your food sources, any aspect or component of our lives. And I notice that, brothers and sisters, every time they have a commercial, they have some bacon on a hamburger. They have some strips mixed into the dish. They have some lobster and clam somewhere thrown in. And certainly when they put on their so-called television program, their programming. They always has to put a brother and a sister in some homosexual relationship. They're always pushing that agenda. So that's social engineering and our conditioning. Never lets up. You think just because you're not marching, talking about your life matter, I'm a man, and so on and so forth, you think anything's over with? The evidence speaks for itself. You're right back to where you started at with those protesting in every aspect and component of our life. Thank you, Brother Cottrell, for pointing that out to the students.
Yam
Praise
Sufari,
you. Yes.
you know what y'all caused those protests?
What's that, brother?
Caused it noise in the valley
Mm-hmm.
of the dry bones.
Exactly.
And if we hadn't protest, we'd still be on them cotton fields picking cotton for massa.
Mm-hmm.
Our people didn't protest.
Right.
The fact that we don't
Not
know that we Israelites,
right.
our people are doing the best they can with what they got, because we have been socially engineered for 400 years not to know our roots, our culture, our history, our language, our creator. And they got us. That's why Yah said he's going to save the oppressed, because they're oppressing us. They know who we are. We don't know who we are. They
Great
know
point.
who we
Great point.
are. And the
Great
fact
point.
that they're at war, you talking about Yah's enemies? No, we feeling the brunt of Yah's enemies, because they got their hand straight on our neck. But our people don't realize it, because they're trying to win favor. They trying to win, I guess, peace with
Acceptance.
Babylon. They
Right.
trying to win the rewards and the riches of Babylon. But now y'all about to destroy this place. And we should make our vows to Yah. Our allegiance should be to the Most High. Because when Babylon fall, what you going to do then? What you going to lean on then? And we need to be leaning on Yah now. Your book says Yah going to save the oppressed. My book says Yah going to save the meek. And that's the greatest challenge that we have. How can we transform our characters to be meek, humble human beings? Because our people think meekness is weakness. But the greatest Israelite I know, Yah said he was the meekest Israelite. And we talk about Moshe. Moshe was meek, like you said. He stuttered, but Moshe had the heart for the people. Moshe, his father-in-law had to tell him, you can't just sit there and take everybody's complaint, which Moses was willing to do, because you're going to wear yourself out and the people out. So you need to choose people, captains of hundreds, tens, and thousands, that can help you out. But Moshe's humility is what every Israelite needs to achieve, because that's who y'all going to save.
So there again, as Brother Cottrell mentioned, conjunction with that, juxtaposition to that, is the word of Yah. Those protesting, marching, no knock on them, but raising the banner of Yah is the most important thing we can do. It gave us a temporary relief from the inundation, but not a permanent relief. The only way you can get a permanent relief from this social engineering in our condition is to immerse yourself and inundate yourself in the word of Yah, which is your pathways only. Praise the Most High. Thank you, Brother Kachi. Thank you, and the son. Fellow students, as promised, Brother Cottrell will go to the book of Vayikra. That's the Hebrew name for this book, whom you're quite familiar with, the Greco-Roman name, Leviticus chapter 12, the ritual after childbirth. Brother Cottrell, you have the mic.
All praise to the Holy One of Israel for our great prophet Moshe. Thank you, Brother Yam Sufari. And I did want to say that if anybody could stand before Yah when Yah was angry, it was Moshe. Because he did it. Yah
Yes,
wanted
sir.
to kill all them Israelites that came out of Egypt. Moshe said, nah, Yah, you can't do that. What the people going to say? You just brought them out here to kill them? But the people wanted to stone Moses. And Yah was angry with Israel. He said, Moses, I'll make a nation out of you. And Moshe said, nah, y'all, you can't do that. Thank y'all for Moshe, our brother, because he spared us. It would only be one tribe, the tribe of Moses. If Moses hadn't stepped in the gap when y'all was angry with our whole nation, our ancient fathers.
I'm glad you pointed that out, Brother Croucher.
Yes, sir.
I'm so happy that you pointed that out. The characteristic of humility is not weakness in the eyes of Yah. It's strength in the eyes of Yah. Praise the Most High, Brother Croucher.
Absolutely. And in order to approach y'all, you better come meekly with meekness and humility. That's how Moses approached him. Like, nah, y'all, you can't do that. And y'all listened to Moses, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because Moses had that humble, meek spirit. Can we get that?
We need it.
Is that in us?
I think it's somewhere hidden away, but we got to find it and brush it off.
Because we try to be tough guys. We want to be the tough guys.
Mm-hmm. How's that working out for us, Brother Cottrell?
We ain't really tough, man. I know.
No, not really.
Really tough.
We mean and hateful. Being mean and hateful ain't tough.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we hate ourselves because we don't know ourselves. If we knew ourselves, we would love our people. We would love our people. Our people are so resilient, so creative. They say, the cream always rises to the top, right? Because this nation tried to put us at the bottom for a long time, didn't they?
Yes, sir.
Could they keep us at the bottom, Yamsuf?
Yes, sir.
No, they can't keep us at the bottom.
No, no, I didn't hear that. You said, could they keep it? No, they can't do it.
They can't keep us on the bottom. Otherwise, be on the plantations picking cotton, bro.
You better believe it.
We would be on the plantations picking cotton if we couldn't rise above every situation we're placed in. So we rise above situations. And I'm just babbling.
No, you're not. You're making vital points.
Praise Yah.
Praise Yah.
Because we ain't no joke. And these people are.
You better believe it.
They got all the weapons in the world, but they still scared of us. Why y'all scared of us? Y'all got all the weapons.
That's why they send a National Guard to Washington, D.C.
Why y'all doing that? Who y'all scared of? You remember the two brothers that put the whole nation in fear?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Two brothers. They was looking for a white van. They had everything shut down. And it was only two brothers. An older brother and a younger brother. Yeah. The brother was into all kind of religions, isms, and schisms. And he was trying to tutor this young brother. And they were
He didn't know nothing himself.
Huh?
He didn't know anything himself.
Come on, man. Socially engineered and conditioned, bro. But he was
like a whole lot of us, Brother Contract, trying to tutor people. We don't know anything ourselves.
That's right.
Why? Because we're not immersed in the word of Yah.
Well, they say the blind leading the blind.
Basically, for all intents and purposes.
Leading the blind. But I tell you one thing. Them two blind men put fear in America, just like Nat Turner and his crew.
Mm-hmm.
They fear us. They know who we are. We don't know who we are. That's the problem. And we don't know we're at war. They taking the souls of your children, promoting that LGBTQ stuff. Choose your gender. No, you was born a boy or you was born a girl. Ain't no choosing involved in it, is it?
You sure know what it said, brother.
Okay, so we get into the word of Yah in the 12th chapter, book of Vayikra.
Hey, Brother Cottrell. Huh? Brother Cottrell, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Since they can choose their gender, I can choose to be a monkey, can't it?
No, you can't do that.
Think I can climb up some trees and hang on a tree with my tail and eat me some bananas?
If you take some LSD, maybe.
Y'all know they're allowing y'all to identify as whatever it is that you guys identify as now.
Okay.
How that work? So if a tiger
Remember
all of a sudden decide that he's a bear, he can become a bear because he want to be.
he act like now, like you remember the kid in school that she was identifying as a cat. Yeah, so she was a cat that she had started to like where she identifies as a cat, so they had to let her act as a cat every day.
We something else.
There's a brother.
Human beings.
There's a brother that plays in the Women's National Basketball Association, but he fronting like he a female.
Is
Oh,
he
they're
still
right.
there?
Huh?
They haven't taken him out yet?
A lot of heat is coming down on him, her now. Brittany Griner. You remember
Oh
Brittany Griner,
yeah.
right? She's the one that
Yeah,
went to
that
Russia
oh.
with the marijuana in her tube that she didn't know she had in
Mhm.
her bag.
Yeah, right. Well, was that the marijuana or the pills? It was supposed to have been her grandpa pills or something.
It wasn't no pills. It was like a vapor,
Marijuana.
some kind of vapor.
Oh yeah,
Brittany
Brittany.
Griner.
Oh, so that's
Yeah,
the one.
the
Oh,
one she
the
cut all
one
her
that was.
hair off. They had her. Yeah.
She
Oh,
got
so
video. She got video of her. He got video of himself shirtless, no breasts, flat
She done
chested.
changed. Oh, she done flipped. It. I mean,
Brittany Griner is a
what?
man,
Like, well, she done turned herself.
and the Russians
What?
took pictures of her butt naked.
Um, hmm. Well, we know she. Well, no. Well, oh, wow, wow.
But that's social
Oh,
engineering and conditioning.
yeah.
man, something else,
Wow.
brother Contra. Something else in something.
Mm. Wow, I didn't know that.
Anyway, let's go into Vayikra. Yah calls. Who's he calling? Who's y'all calling? Y'all know who Yah's calling?
Israel.
He's calling the nation of Israel to be in order, right?
Yes.
So the book of Leviticus, which is the Greek term for Vayikra, Yah's calling the nation of Israel to be in order like he is now. The call's still out. In the 12th chapter of the book of Vayikra, it says, Then Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, If a woman has conceived and born a male child, then she shall be unclean. What does that mean? 7 days. Spiritually impure, as in the day of her customary impurity. You know what a woman's customary impurity is?
A menstrual cycle.
You get the gold star, Yah Suf. She shall be unclean. She can't go before Yah, right? Because she's
Better
unclean.
tell some of these preaching women in them churches.
Oh no, they want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to hear that, bro.
Mm-hmm. But it's true.
So if Yah made himself a little baby boy born through the woman of a woman, he would be unclean, wouldn't he?
Exactly.
Why would he do that when he's holy? Yah reminds us that he's holy, right? And he don't play with that.
Exactly.
So why would he put himself through the womb of a woman to make himself unclean? Because not only is the woman unclean, the baby's unclean too. As in the days of her customary impurity, her menstrual cycle, she shall be unclean when she has a baby, a male baby. On the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised. Do you know that they practice that in Africa? 8-day circumcision. The Lemba, the Igbo, the Shanti, all these people in Africa that know they're Israelites, they practice circumcision on the 8th day. The fourth verse says, she shall then continue in the blood of her purification 33 days, which means that she's unclean for how many days?
33 days.
She shall not touch any hallowed thing. Why is that important?
Because she's unclean.
Right. And which particular women do you think we're talking about specifically?
Israelite women.
Yes. Israelite women that are married to the priests.
Exactly.
Israelite daughters who are daughters of the priests. Because they in those holy places, aren't they?
Yes.
That's why Yah says, she shall not touch any hallowed thing, nor come into the sanctuary until the days of her purification are fulfilled. So that's really a shout out to the daughters of the priests and the wives of the priests. But it applies to every woman in the nation, right?
Exactly.
Every woman in the nation ain't approaching the sanctuary. They got other things to do. But if she bears a female child, then she shall be unclean 2 weeks, as in her customary impurity, and she shall continue in the blood of purification 66 days. So it's double for a female child. And what does that tell you? For me, it tells me Yah spends more time in the creation of females than he does males. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
The 6th verse, when the days of purification are fulfilled, whether for a son or her daughter, 33 days for a son, 66 days for a daughter, she shall bring to the priest a lamb of the first year as a burnt offering. She got to bring a burnt offering, and a young pigeon or a turtle dove as a sin offering. Why is it a sin? Because you're unclean and you're separated from Yah in your uncleanness. That's sin, to be separated from Yah. But it's spiritual. But you can rectify it by doing these things. She says, she shall bring it to the door of the tabernacle of meeting. Then she shall offer it before Yah and make atonement for her sin, being unclean. And she shall be clean from the flow of blood, her blood. This is the law for her who has born a male or a female. And if she is not able to bring a lamb, then she may bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons as a burnt offering, and the others as a sin offering. So the priest shall make atonement for her, and she will be clean spiritually. Praise Yah and bless his holy name.
Praise God. Thank you, Brother Kachel. Lasagna, any comments to the commentaries? Lasagna, any comments or commentaries?
I'm sorry, Sue. I was on mute. I'm just talking. Well, no, not a lot, Sue. I was just really just paying attention to my experience, and having children, and how your body go through certain things at the time, and how it just it's awesome. No, I really don't. Thank you, Sue.
Thank you, Lasagna, for lending a voice of a daughter of Zion. We're very appreciative.
Oh,
Well, I don't have anything to say in addition to what Lasagna has said in the short period she said it, and what Brother Contra said is very specific. And so we need to follow specification as far as the money. He know what he allows and what he doesn't allow, what is acceptable to him and what is not acceptable. Unfortunately, humankind has decided to take upon itself to tell the Most High, I'll come as I am. Okay, keep coming like that.
Mhm.
See how it's going to work out for you. We have to follow procedures. Life is procedures. Life is protocol. Every aspect of life is procedure and protocol, and certainly, and it's designed for the Most High and its acceptance. It's not incumbent upon Yamsu to tell the Most High anything, or anyone else for that matter. It's incumbent upon the Most High to say what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And you can't come as you are, because Yah is holy. Praise the Most High. Brother Cartier, any additional comments and commentaries?
Just the fact that you mentioned life. You know that blood is connected to the life for the flesh,
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
and we see a lot of regulations in regards to the blood.
Yes.
And we're not women; we don't go through menstrual cycles, but in their menstrual cycle, they're shedding impure blood,
Yes.
right?
That's
Yes,
not
sir.
clean in cycles. Yes.
So,
And you know what, Brother Cartier, I'm glad you mentioned that, because it's no there's no reflection on the women as a negative, but the Most High designed the body, the female body. So by him designing the female body and knowing that it is regulating impurities, I think
Yes.
that's respectful. He's the creator. That's what he
Mhm.
desires. And if Yah desires it, it's good enough for me. It should be good enough for some of our sisters, instead of being taking it personally as a personal insult. Yah just knows the design of your body because he designed it, and he knows what's acceptable to him in that regard as far as her menstrual cycle is concerned.
Mhm.
Thank you, Brother Koch, for pointing that out.
Yeah.
yes, sir. And something in the birth that happens that separates women from the Most High. Even though Yah put that spirit, that soul within her body, when that baby comes forth, then you start counting that time. She's unclean, 33 days for a male and 8 days for a female. Something transpires spiritually, but Yah said you have to stay away. And once that time period is up, you could come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Brother Cottrell,
Yeah.
I've been around women quite often, and you can see the transition, especially in regards to my mother. My mother had 7 brothers and 5 girls, and you can see the transition of my mother. And I didn't know what it was. Mom had changed a little bit, and during the course of time, Mom got back to herself. So I can see that, Brother Cartier.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my wife were walking in the neighborhood of Mount Vernon one day, and this lady came up to us and said, "Y'all should have as many babies as you can." We looked at her like she was crazy,
I mean, okay.
but she was like,
Okay.
"When you have a baby, the Most High takes care of them.
Mm-hmm.
Any baby you have, the Most High provides for them." I had to think about it. Your life changes when you have children.
It does.
Yes.
It's about
It
life.
does.
Life changes when you have children. Your whole life, yo, your girl's pregnant, your wife's pregnant. Uh-oh. You got to make your whole life rearrange
Exactly.
for that child. But
Exactly. And so it should be, Brother Cartier.
oh
So
yeah,
it should be.
no doubt.
Yeah, it's a
And you
change
never
all.
stop being a. I'm sorry, Nasanya. Nasanya,
I'm
you wasn't
sorry.
going to say?
I didn't know my mic. No, I was saying it's a change, all the way through. She's changing, her body's changing from inside out. It's a change, it's a major change. I was just thinking that when he said that you have to change when you have children, and you do. And I just noticed that when we're pregnant with the babies, we change. It's so much that changes, so much. I remember one time with my last daughter, she stayed up all night long in my womb. I could not sleep until the break of day. All night she was up, and to this day she could stay up all night. I mean, she could pull an all nighter if she tried. Yeah. All praises. It's a major change.
Thank you for a daughter of Zion, because for the culture now, we just speaking from men's point of view. We don't understand the full dynamic of women. And so I think it's very applicable for Nasanya to speak in those regards, her being a female. Thank you, Nasanya.
But even as a male, your life changes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's supposed to.
Oh, yes.
They
some
do.
some fathers don't care. They just continue on in their ways. But when you have a child, your whole agenda shifts.
Yeah.
Brother, my whole life still didn't change, still has changed. And my daughters, my son, as I informed the listeners, he passed away at 5 years old in a swimming pool accident. But as far as my daughters is concerned, I still change every day in reference to them. They're young ladies. The change is continuing because they can do what they want to now. They don't have to listen to you. So it still has an impact upon you. I don't mention it, but anything my daughter does has a domino effect on me. And it does for every parent, I suspect. Uh, any parent that are parents in the whole sense of the word.
I hear ya. And
Yeah.
it's sad because the Most High has given us the instructions by way of the book, the
Yeah.
Old Testament,
Mhm.
and our people. You know, it kind of hurts me when I hear you like using our people as a punching bag. But you're right. Everything you say is right about our people. Not all of us, but that negative side of our people is there, and we don't know what it stems from because we don't
Right.
study. We
Well, you
try to
know,
go.
Brother Country.
We try to go before Yah by going to church, which is idolatry. And in these churches, we don't care if we had, conjugal relationships with our wife, Friday night or Saturday night. We don't care if your Isha is in her menstrual cycle. We going to church. Menstrual cycle. We just had
Yes.
conjugal relationship. Somebody
Ah.
just died, and we're
Yeah.
supposed to be going before the Most High.
Yeah.
And you know what? And that's a good point, Brother Country, because a woman should be secluded off. But she's in this church and hugging and shaking hands with everybody,
Oh no,
All in the
contaminating
contaminating everybody.
everybody. What did it say? Anything she touches,
Right.
right,
yes.
becomes
On the
unclean.
bench she's sitting on.
Yep.
Touch
Come on,
anything.
bro.
Yep.
Doesn't stand the reason. And
Yep.
no, Brother Country, I don't indict all of us. Only the ones that are outside the privy of the Most High. Only the ones that don't love the Most High with all their heart, mind, souls, and strength. Only the ones that don't love their brothers and sisters as themselves. I can gather with any brother and sisters within the privy of the Most High that love their brothers and sisters as themselves. But I can't and won't gather with brothers and sisters that hate anything that remotely looks like them, that's willing to mistreat, abuse, and dominate, and sometimes kill. No, I can't gather with them.
Yes, you can. Moses did.
Well, no, I'm not Mosaic.
Well, you gotta be
They
like Moshe.
almost ran him crazy.
I'm gonna be like Mosaic, but I'm not gonna move in with them.
Yeah, they almost ran Mosaic crazy.
What's in the Sonya?
I was like, they probably almost ran Mosaic crazy.
Yeah, and see, case in point, in Sonya. They almost ran Mosaic crazy. They
But
they they
Goddamn.
Moshe,
they traumatized Mosaic so much that
Yeah.
Mosaic was supposed to speak to the rock in order to produce water. But Mosaic was so traumatized by the inundation of the mistreatment, abuse, and domination on his name calling that he struck the rock.
so it's
And
the
so
first
you're right,
time he
Brother
really
Cottrell.
showed anger against the people. The whole time before that, he wasn't showing no anger towards
Hmm.
the people, but
Right,
he reached the breaking point.
right. He reached the
He reached the
breaking point.
breaking point.
And
So,
yes, Brother Cottrell.
so he was rewarded by Yah for the work that he put in. Yah criticized him for his anger, but Yah blessed him for the work he put in. And we're blessed for the work that he
Exactly.
put in. So Yeah, our people will push you to the brink, but we still got to deal with them.
Right.
And
That's the
it
truth.
ain't no use to try to, use them as a punching bag
Mm.
because that ain't working.
Well, Brother
They
Cottrell, but it
use
would
them as
be
a punching
negligent.
bag, the boy they run away.
Yeah, it would be negligent on my part to not mention it.
Yeah,
So those
Yah
things had to
mentions
be
it.
mentioned.
Yah mentions it, but he also mentions the great hope that we have.
Oh, yeah, we got great hope. But I'd
Yes,
be
sir.
negligent if I didn't mention it.
I hear you.
Thank you, Brother Cottrell. I appreciate you, brother.
Sir. Appreciate you too.
Thank you, brother. Lasagna, I appreciate you too, beloved. Fellow students,
Thank you. Appreciate it more.
I appreciate you too. That being said, Lasagna has done her due diligence, more obviously as all daughters of Zion should be doing in this regard. She's helped facilitate the studies, have provided her input and comments, lending her voice to the ethos as a daughter of Zion, as all of our daughters of Zion should be doing. It simply not should be incumbent upon Lasagna. Each one of you, wherever you lie, and whatever aspect you lie, should be doing the very same thing in some shape, form, and fashion. Brother Cottrell and I, elders, as all elders should be doing. It is not incumbent upon Brother Cottrell and I. It lies at the feet of all our elders, all our daughters of Zion, to do their due diligence and moral obligation to the nation also. To love the Most High with all their heart, mind, soul, and strength, and their brothers and sisters as themselves. And that we show this, Lasagna, Brother Carter, and I, by presenting these studies to you. As far as that is concerned, we can do no more. We can take a horse to the water, but we can't make it drink.
Can't make it fun.
It's true. And why I say that is this. Lasagna, Brother Carter, and I presented these studies. It's incumbent upon each of you to meditate on these studies. Study these studies. Lean on these studies. Trust in these studies. Let these studies be your pathways to the Most High. And these studies alone, fellow students, Israel, foreign and strangers, the Most High Word is going to work in spite of us and our irregardless. But unless you utilize the Most High Word, unless you apply the Most High Word, that won't happen. It happens with the utilization and the application. It works if you work it. The word of Yah. Praise Yah and bless his holy name. I will now ask Brother Cottrell to make his shaloms and good nights. Then I will ask Lasagna to make her shaloms and good nights and close it out for the night. Praise Yah. Brother Cottrell, you have the mic.
Thank you, Brother Yam Sufari.
Thank you,
Lato,
brother.
shalom, and good night.
Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Lasagna,
Shalom and good night, family.
thank you, Lasagna. Shalom and good night. Praise Yah.
We are Yehuda, the tribe of Judah. We are Yehuda, the tribe of Judah.
Yah brought us back to bondage. We were sold by a brother's hand. Yes, we were sold for slaves, but we're not African. Brought to this land by ship to be bondwomen and men. We may be in America, but we're not American. We are Judah. The so-called Negro today, lost from the knowledge. We are Judah. from the knowledge, yeah, yeah.
Tribe of Judah.
The so-called Negro today. If Islam was the answer, we have no yoke upon our necks. We'd be living in our own land with lots of self-respect. But in this land there's no ease, and that feet shall have no rest. For these curses have been upon us for past disobedience. We are Judah, oh
The
yeah.
tribe of Judah.
Whom our brothers shall praise, lost from the knowledge.
The tribe of Judah.
The so-called Negro today, we are Judah.
The tribe of Judah.
Whom our brothers shall praise, lost from the knowledge. Oh
Tribe
yeah.
of Judah.
The so-called Negro, the so-called Negro today.
Judah is Yah's home. The scepter will never depart from Judah. We are from the royal line, and Yah will
From
never
this
give us.
land by ships, yeah, to be by women and by men. We may be in America, but we're not American. We are Judah, oh
Tribe
yeah.
of Judah.
Whom our brothers shall praise, lost from the knowledge. Yeah,
tribe of
yeah.
Judah.
The so-called Negro today. We are Judah. Oh, you gotta hear me, y'all.